Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dim. And every fair from fair sometime declines by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
My name is Miriam Lamar, and I've been directing this homeschool theater group for 10 years. This is my 10th show. The first show I did was Shakespeare. This is also Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare's words, and I found a great person who does verse translations of Shakespeare in modern English. So it makes it slightly easier to understand, but it still retains the iambic pentameter and the flow of Shakespeare. And that's the version we're using tonight. It's lovely. I love the translation. And this show is a lot of fun. It has mistaken identities, people who are playing tricks on each other. It's a super fun show. As far, and Shakespeare's comedies are hilarious. I think this is one of the best ones. A couple of notes: no flash photography, please. No eating or drinking in these seats. If you need to eat or drink, please step outside of the hall for a minute and come right back. And thank you so much for letting your teenagers be part of this. Thank you for supporting them. Thank you for supporting the arts. But most of all, just thank you for loving your kids and just showing them how much you love them, how much God loves them. That's so important in these years. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show.
If music is the food to love, then play on. Feed me such excess that I become gorged on it. My cravings turn to sickness and thus dies. That song again. Its cadence fell away. Oh, it came past my ear like a breeze, brushing up against a bank of violets, stealing and giving fragrance. Enough, no more. It's not so sweet as it once was.
Do you wish to haunt my lord?
Not what?
The heart.
Oh, Mercurio, I do know this one. But when my eyes first saw Olivia, it was as if she cleansed the air of all affection. At that instant, I became the heart. My desires have chased me ever since.
If you please, Lord, I'd rather not intrude. Her handmaid thou hast brought back to fall. The elements above will not, till 7 summers pass. But like a cloistered nun shall wear a veil, and wash her chamber once a day with tears, preserving an eye-burning bride, the love of her dead brother, which she once separated in her chillest memory.
Oh, but if her tender-hearted instruction that she could owe such love to just one brother, think of how she'll love when the golden cupid dart kills off the flock of all desires, all except one. Lead me now to the better flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with proper flowers.
What country is this?
This is Illyria, my lady.
Illyria? What am I doing in Illyria when I must spare my brother to us in heaven? Perhaps he is not drowned. Is there a chance?
It is by chance alone that you were saved.
My poor brother! And so by chance may he.
True, and take comfort in that chance. Assure yourself that when our ship broke up, when you and those scant few we saved with you hung upon our drifting boat, I saw your brother, cool-headed, though in peril, find himself both courage and hope, serving as his guide to a strong mast, where, as if riding on the back of a dolphin, I saw him holding himself above the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, here's gold. My own escape allows me room to hope, and your words furnish strength to my conviction that he too lives. Do you know this country well?
Aye, well, madam, I was born and bred not 3 hours' journey from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, both in character and in name.
What is his name?
Orsina,
Orsino! Yes! My father spoke of him. He was a bachelor then.
and he should still very well be, though soon that state may change. For when I left this place about a month ago, I heard it whispered that he seeks the love of fair Lydia,
Olivia, who's she?
the daughter, a virtuous lady, daughter of a countess who died about a year ago. Left his son as her protector, and he, unfortunately, also shortly died. To mourn his love, they say, Olivia renounces the company and sight of men.
It's a shame. If only I could serve her, and were not forced to lay bare my social status to what can ensure the woman's right.
That is very difficult to navigate. She won't allow appeals of any kind, not even from the Duke.
I sense a decent man inside you, Captain. So could you, and I'll pay you handsomely, keep secret what I am, and help me design whatever manner of disguise would best advance my plans. Yes, I will serve this Duke. Present me there, perhaps as a castrato, for I can sing, and speak to him with many kinds of music to prove that I can be worthy in his service. How will this end? With time, I cast my lot. For perfect silence, preserve my plot.
You be the eunuch, silent I will be. If my tongue blabs, then let my eyes not see.
Thank you, then. Now lead us there.
This way.
What the devil does my cousin mean by mourning her brother's death in this manner?
Good Lord, Lady Tabitha, you must come in earlier at night. Our lady, your cousin, completely objects to your unusual hours.
Well, as before, her objections have been duly recorded.
Yes, but it's time for you to address and refine the excesses of your behavior.
Address? Refine? I'll address myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so are these boots.
Yes, but this carousing and drinking will be your undoing. I heard my lady talking about it yesterday and about some knight you dragged in to woo her.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguichi.
Yes, him.
Why, he towers over every man in Illyria.
What does his height matter?
His income is 3,000 gold coins a year.
Yes, but his gold will be good as gone within the year. He's a complete fool and spendthrift.
How dare you say that? He plays the bass fiddle. He knows 3 or 4 different languages, word for word, by memory. And he has all the gifts and talents that nature can bestow.
So indeed, upon a fool. For besides being a fool, he's a natural quarreler.
Drinking to the health of my cousin. I'll drink to her as long as there is passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He is a coward and a knave who will not drink to my cousin till his head spins around like a top. Oh, here comes Sir Andrew Ague. Face.
Lady Tabitha Belch, greetings.
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair Chipmunk.
And you too, sir. Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What do you mean?
My cousin's chambermaid.
Dear Miss Accost, may I make your acquaintance?
My name is Mary, sir.
Dear Miss Mary Accost, may I make your...
Knight, you are confused. Accost means talk to her. Woo.
Good Lord, I cannot do that here in front of this audience.
That's what accost means. I will leave you two good people to yourselves.
Oh, Knight, you need a cup of sherry.
That I do. Sometimes I think I have no more brains than a civilian or ordinary man. You know I am a great eater of beef, and I believe it harms my intellect.
Oh, no question about it.
I thought I'd swear it off. I'm going to ride home tomorrow, Lady Tabitha.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? To go or not go? I wish I had spent the time acquiring foreign tongues that I spent on fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. If only I'd pursued the arts. Your cousin will see no one. Or if she does, it's 4-1 it won't be me. The Duke himself is here to woo her.
She wants nothing of the Duke. She'll accept no match above her rank in wealth, years, or intellect. I have heard her swear it. You're alive, man, so there's still hope.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow with the strangest mind in the world. I enjoy plays and dances and revelry, sometimes all at once.
Well, are you good at these diversions, Knight?
As good as any man in Illyria, so long as he's not more skilled or experienced.
Then why would you hide these things? Is this a world where you should hide your gifts and talents? I can tell from the excellent contour of your legs that they were formed under the star of dance itself.
Yes, they are strong and look appealing enough in these boots. Shall we get on with some revelry?
Were we not born under the sign of Taurus?
Taurus! Now that controls ribs and hearts.
No, sir. It is the legs and the thighs. Let me see you leap. Higher! Yes! Yes, higher!
As long as the Duke's high regard for you continues, Cesario, you should have nothing to worry about. You have known him only 3 days, and yet you are already no stranger here.
I thank you then. Ah, here comes the Duke.
Cesario. Who has seen Cesario?
I'm here, my lord, waiting to serve you.
Ah, Cesario. You know the whole of it. I will not do the book that holds my secret soul. Therefore, good you, dispatch yourself to Libya's servants, and tell them that you shall plant firm roots into the ground until she sees you.
Surely, noble lord, if she is as devoted to her grief as I have heard, she never will admit me.
Well, then create a furor. Break with all decorum, other than return here without success.
All right, say that I speak to her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unveil my passion of love. Outflank her with reports of my deep devotion. For you are well suited to express my woes. She will hear it better from a youth perspective, rather than an envoy more mature in manner.
I doubt she'll think that, my lord.
Dear lad, to think you for a man, your high voice, so petite and crafty, all features to play a woman's part. Anyways, succeed in this, and you shall live as worthy as your lord, all his wealth your own.
I'll do my best to woo her. Yet I fight a daunting tide. Her I will woo. But let me be his bride.
Now either tell me where you've been, or I'll not open my lips with a blunt hair in your defense. My lady will have you hanged for this truancy.
Let her hang me. He who is well hanged in this world will fear no color.
Explain that.
He will see none to fear.
I could answer for one so meager in learning. May I tell you where that phrase, I fear no colors, comes from?
From where, good Mistress Mary?
From flags in battle. I can use the phrase more confidently in your clouding.
Well, God gives wisdom to those who have it. And as for fools, let them use their more natural talent.
Mind your tongue, you rogue. No more of that. Now, my lady is about to come this way. You know what's good for you. Choose your excuses wisely.
God bless you, lady. Take the fool away. You heard a gentleman. Take the lady away. Enough. You've dried up, fool. No more of you. Besides, you become untrustworthy. Two faults, my lady, that drink and good counsel will mend. Fill the fool with drink, and the fool is no longer dry. Command the untrustworthy man to mend himself, and if he mends, he is no longer untrustworthy. The lady tells you take away the fool, therefore I say again, gentlemen, take her away. Ma'am, I ordered them to take you away. An error in the highest degree. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you are the fool. Can you do it? Dexterously, good Madonna. Submit your proof. I must quiz you. My virtuous mouse must answer me. Well, ma'am, for lack of other diversions, I'll endure your catechism. Good Madonna, why are you in mourning? Good fool, over my brother's death. Well, then I could only assume that his soul is in hell, my lady. I know his soul is in heaven, fool. All the more foolish, my lady, to mourn for your brother's soul when it is in heaven. I say again, gentlemen, take the fool away. What do you think of this fool, Malvolio? Isn't she improving?
Yes, and will do so even when the pangs of death shake her. The infirmities of age, which waste away the wise, will always improve a fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmary to increase your foolishness even more. Lady Tabitha would take an oath that I am no fox, but she will not wager tuppence that you are no fool. What do you say to that, Malvolio?
I am amazed that your ladyship takes pleasure in such a mindless rascal. I saw her put to shame the other day by some street corner fool with no more brains than a stone. If you do not laugh and read her lines, she is tongue-tied.
Oh, you are sick from self-love, Malvolio, and your taste is soured by a deceased appetite. There's nothing malicious in allowing a fool's tongue free rein, even when he hurls nothing but scorn. May the god and trickster Mercury bestow upon you the art of lying, since you speak well of fools.
Madam, I believe there is a young gentleman who strongly desires to speak with you.
From Duke Orsino, is he?
I do not know, madam. He is a pleasant young man with a sizable escort.
Which of my people is keeping him waiting?
Lady Tabitha, madam, your cousin.
Send him away, would you? He utters nothing but inanities. Shame on him. Go now, Malvolio. If it is a plea of love from the Duke, say I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss him.
You stood up for us, my lady, as if we jesters were your eldest son. For another of your kin, oh, and here she comes, has quite a limited cranium.
My word, half drunk. Who is at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
There is a gentleman here.
Who?
Oh, the plague on these pickled herrings. Oh, greetings, fool. Dear Lady Tabitha.
Cousin, what has caused such lethargy in you so early?
Lechery. I detest lechery. There's someone at the gate.
So there is. What sort of man?
Let him be the devil if he wants to. I could care less. Let my faith protect me, I say. What's the use?
What's a drunkard like, fool?
Like a drowned person, a fool, or a madman.
Go look after her.
And a fool can look after a madman.
Madam, that young fellow out there insists that he speak with you. I told him you were sick. He claims to know that already. I told him you were asleep, and he claims to have foreknowledge of that also, and therefore has come to speak with you. What should I say to him, lady? He puts up a defense against any excuse.
Tell him he may not speak with me.
He's been told that. He says he'll stand like a pillar at the town hall until he speaks with you.
What sort of man is he?
Like the ordinary mass of men.
What manner of man?
Very ill-mannered. He wishes to speak with you, whether it is your wish or not.
What about his looks and his age?
Not old enough to be a man, nor young enough to be a boy. like an unripe pea pod or an apple still a bit green. His voice is still high, and he is very attractive.
Bring him in and call in my maidservant.
Maid, my lady calls you.
Hand me my veil and cover up my face. We'll hear Orsino's message once again. The honorable lady of the house. Which is she? Speak to me. I will answer for her. What do you want? Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatched beauty. Could you please tell me if this is indeed the lady of the house? I have never seen her, and am reluctant to waste my speech. I took great pains to learn it by heart. Where are you from, sir? I can say little more than what I have memorized, and that question is not in my script. Are you an actor? In all sincerity, no. Although I swear I'm not the part I play. Is this the lady of the house? If I have not abducted myself, I am. Most certainly. If you are she, you have abducted yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to hoard. But this strays from my instructions. I will continue with my praise of you, and then proceed to the heart of my message. Skip to what is significant. You may omit the praise. Alas, I took great pains to learn it, and it is very poetical. Then it is more likely to be fiction. Please, do not utter it. I was told you made a scene at my gates, and I allowed you in to marvel at you rather than to hear you.
Will you boys sail, sir? I've charted your course.
No, good swabber of decks, I am to anchor here a little longer. Please, sweet lady, appease your protector. I am but a messenger. Surely, you must have some hideous matter to convey when your courteous prelude was so menacing. Deliver your message. It concerns Urier alone. I bring no declaration of war, no demand for tribute. I hold the olive branch in my hand. Yet you began rudely. The rudeness that has appeared in me, I learned during my reception here. Leave us alone here. I wish to hear this doctrine. Now, sir, what is this divine text? Most sweet lady, a comforting doctrine, and much may be said for it. Where does your text originate? In Orsino's bosom. In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom? To answer in this pious format, in the first chapter of his heart. Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say? Madam, let me see your face. Do you have instructions from your lord to negotiate with my face? You have wandered from your text, but we will draw back the curtain and show you the portrait. Look, sir, it was of me as I am now. Is it not done well? Excellently done. It's all nature's work, deeply ingrained to endure wind and weather. Its beauty truly blended, red and white laid on by nature's sweet and skillful hand. Dear lady, you are the cruelest living woman if you would take these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy. Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will supply assorted indexes of my beauty. They will be inventoried, and each detail and item appended to my will. For instance, item, 2 lips, somewhat red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent here to appraise me? I see now what you are. You are too proud. Still, if you were the devil, you'd be lovely. My lord and master loves you. Your lord, he knows my stance. I cannot love him. Yet I assume he's upright, know he's noble, and yet I cannot love him. He should have grasped my answer long ago. If I adored you with my master's fire, such a passion, such a deathly life, in your denial I would find no sense, I would not understand it.
What would you do?
Make me a hut of willows at your gate. Call out to my soul's mate within the house. Shout your name out to the resounding hills, and let the babbling echoes of the air cry out, or Olivia. You might succeed. What is your parentage? Of my present means, my standing is good though, a gentleman. Go tell your lord, I cannot love him. He must send no others. Unless, perhaps, you come to me again. Tell me how he takes it. Well, I thank you for your pains. Accept this fee. No. Dear lady, keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Your love deserves a man with heart flint. Farewell then, your beauty. What is your parentage? Above my present means, my standing though is good, a gentleman. Of that I'm sure. Could I have caught the plague as fast as this? Seems this young man's graces work on me. Well, so it is. Malvolio?
I'm at your service, lady.
Go intercept that headstrong messenger, the Duke's young man. He left this ring behind to test my will. Say I want none of it. He must not fuel the Duke's anticipation, nor hold him up with hopes. And if the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give my reasons then. Make haste, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know not what in fear to find. My eyes the great seducer of the mind. Fate, show your force. Our lives we do not possess. What is decreed must be, and this no less. If you won't stay longer, do you wish me to go with you?
With your permission, no. My stars shine darkly over me. My virtuous fate will perhaps infect yours. Therefore, I beg you to leave that I may bear my own alone. It would be a poor recompense for your friendship to leave me alone.
Please, let me know where you are bound.
No, truly, madam. My voyage is no more than wanderlust. You must know who I am, Antonio. My true name is Sebastian, not Rodrigo. My father has left behind both myself and my sister, both born in the same hour. And if the heavens wished that we would depart in the same way. But you, ma'am, have heard of that. For an hour or so before you pulled me from the breaking waves, my sister is drowned.
A terrible misfortune.
A lady who is said to have resembled me was drowned in salt water. Yet it appears I am drowning in her remembrance.
Please, sir, forgive my meager hospitality.
Antonio, forgive me for burdening you.
Let me be your servant, or my devotion will kill me upon your departure.
If you're not willing to undo what you've done, that is by killing me when you rescue me. You trouble yourself no more. My bosom is full of goodwill, but yet I am still so near to the world of memories that at the sight of provocation my heart is bitter. I am bound for recourse in this. So,
May the goodwill of all the gods go with you. My foes are many at Casino's court, for I would very shortly see you there. But, come what may, I do admire you so. The danger seems mere sport, and I will go.
Were you not just now the Countess Olivia?
I just left there. My moderate pace has only brought me this far.
She wishes to return this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me the trouble by taking it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should give your lord her most certain guarantee that she will have none of him.
She took the ring from me. I do not want it.
Come, sir, you childishly threw it to her, and she wishes to return it in the same way. If it is worth stooping for, there it lies. If not, then it is his who finds it.
I left no ring with her. What could she mean? Fortune forbid that my disguise has not enthralled her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much it seemed her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me, surely. Her cunning passion through this rude envoy lures me to return. None of my lord's ring. He sent her none. So I'm the one. If this is as it looks, poor lady, she would better love a dream. Disguise, I see you are a wickedness, which a scheming ready imp does much. How easy is it for false handsome men to stamp their image into waxen hearts? Alas, our frailty is the cause, and not our souls. What we're made of, that is what controls. How will this work? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much of him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? If I'm a man, I cannot hope to win my master's love. If I'm a woman, how will last the day? What breathless sighs will poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, you must untangle this, not I. It's too hard a knot for me to untie.
Come along, Sir Andrew. Not to be in bed after midnight is to be up early. Early to bed and early to rise. Do you know that maxim?
No, on my word, I do not. But what I do know is that to be up late is to be up late.
You are a scholar. Therefore, let us eat and drink. Make merry, I say, a tankard of wine.
Greetings, my comrades.
The fool! Now this is the most excellent clowning when all is said and done. Now a song! A song!
Would you like a love song or a song celebrating the good life?
Oh, love song. I love song.
I don't care for the good life.
It's mine, where are you roaming? Staying here, your true love's coming. And sing what I love. Stray no further, my pretty sweet. Journeys in when lovers meet. Every wise man's son does know.
A mellifluous voice, or I am not a true knight.
Good, good.
What is love? It won't come after. Present mirth has present laughter. What's to come is always unsure. Delay there lies no plenty. So come and kiss me, sweet times 20. Use of stuff that won't endure.
Let's rouse the night owls with a chorus that will raise 3 songs out of one psalm humming Taylor. Shall we sing around?
Yes, I am a marvel with a round. Let our round be to the tune, you knave.
Hold your tongue, you knave. Why, sir knight, I would be induced to call you a knave.
It would not be the first time I have induced someone to call me a name.
And now begin, fool, and begin to hold your tongue.
Why, I shall never begin if I hold my tongue.
Clever indeed, clever indeed. Okay, come in, it begins to hold your tongue, you knave, etc.
What a caterwauling you're making here. If my lady has a summer pursuit with Malvolio, ordered him to toss you out of doors, then never trust me again.
Malvolio is a goody two-shoes. Am I not her blood? Fiddlesticks! My lady indeed. There dwelt a man in Babylon. Lady, lady.
I'll be knight. This is admirable fooling.
Aye, she does well enough if she is so disposed. And I do well enough too. She does it
on the 12th day of December.
For the love of God, quiet down.
Oh no.
My masters, are you mad? What are you? Is there no judgment, manners, of decency in you? Not to clatter like tinkers at this time of night? No sense of person, place, or time.
We kept our time, sir, in our rounds. Go hang yourself.
Lady Tabitha, I'll speak plainly with you. While my lady welcomes you here in her house as her kin, she is no kin at all to your excesses. If you can disassociate yourself from this misconduct, you are welcome in her house. If not, and if you wish to take leave of her, she is more than willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, my dear heart, since I must now be gone.
Please, Lady Tabitha, her eyes do show her days are almost done.
But I will never die.
Lady Tabitha, there you lie.
There's truth in that.
Shall I bid him go?
What if you do?
Shall I bid him go and tell him where?
Oh, no, you do not dare.
Out of tune, sir? You lie. Have you ever been more than a steward? Do you think just because you are virtuous there can be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, and by St. Anne, with the spices burning your mouth.
Right you are. Now go polish your steward's insignia with greasy crumbs. Maria, take her to wine.
Mistress Mary, if you value my lady's opinion beyond anything more than contempt, you will not encourage this uncivilized conduct with more drink. She will know it. Take my word.
Go wag your ears.
It would be as good indeed as taking a drink when another man is hungry if we were to challenge him to a duel, not show up and make a fool of him.
Oh, yes, do it night. I will write this challenge for you. Or I'll convey your indignation for him by word of mouth.
Oh, sweet Lady Tabitha, be patient for tonight. My lady met with the youth sent by the Duke earlier, and since then she has been very much on edge. But as for Monsieur Malvolio, leave him to me. If I cannot turn his name into code word for fool and make him a universal laughing stock, then I do not have brains enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Inform us, tell us something of him.
He is, on occasion, kind of puritanical. He's a self-serving kiss-up who memorizes sanctimonious phrases and broadcasts them in great swaths. He holds himself in such high regard and thinks he's so crammed full of excellence that he believes that all who look upon him love him.
Well, what will you do?
I will drop in his path an obscurely worded love letter that so exactly describes the color of his hair, the manner of his walk, the contour of his leg, the expression in his eye, and his complexion, that he will have no doubt in his mind that it is him. And my handwriting so like my lady's, your cousin's, that we cannot tell who wrote it.
Oh, excellent. I smell a plot.
I have it in my nose too.
He will think that from the letters that you draw, that they are from my cousin, and that she is in love with him.
I am hoping indeed for a horse of that color.
Oh, it will be marvelous!
Grand sport, I promise you. I know my medicine will work on him. I will hide you two with Fabian behind a bench where you can observe his reaction when he finds the letter. But for now, to bed and dream of Sabette. Farewell.
Good night, marvelous queen. She adores me. How about that?
I was adored once too.
You would need to send for more money, Knight.
If I do not have your cousin by the end of this, I'll be mired in a mess.
If you do not have her in the end, then I am a Gelvin.
If I do not have her in the end, then never trust me.
It is far too late to go to bed now, Knight. I'll go eat some sherry. Come on, Knight.
Wait, help me
Come
get
on,
up.
Knight. Come on.
Give me some music. Now, good morning, friends. Cesario, play us a tune. That old-fashioned quaint one we heard last night seemed to ease my torment very much. It's so favored in these fast-paced, giddy times.
The one who sang it, your lordship, is not here.
Well, who is she?
Best day the jester, my lord. A fool that Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. She is in the house.
See. Seek her out. Meanwhile, play the tune. Come, Cesario. If you ever to fall in love, these sweet pangs of it, think of me. How do you like this tune?
It echoes clearly from the throne while love is seated.
Aye. You sound like a master. I stake my life on it, that although you are young, your eyes have lingered on a certain face it is favored. Yes, boy?
A bit, if you two favor it.
Well, who is she?
Of your temperament, my lord.
And she's not worth it. How old is she?
About your age.
Too old. A woman must take one older than herself and grow to fit him. And rule his heart with a steady hand. For a boy, however we may judge ourselves, a man's heart is more capricious and unsteady, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
And so they are.
Oh, fellow, come. Cesario, take notes of this old-fashioned and quaint song that tells the tale of the innocence of love.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, please sing.
Come to me, death and instant casket, let me be laid. Fade away, breath. I'm slain by their cruel maid. My shroud of white stained with death's dew. Oh, prepare with my dying scene, no one so true will share it.
For your troubles.
No trouble, sir. I take pleasure in singing.
Well, then I shall pay you for your pleasure.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid for sooner or later.
See, give you leave to take me.
May the god of melancholy protect you, and have your tailor cover your coats with glitter, for your opal mind changes with the light.
You may all take leave. Cesario, return back to that sovereign throne of cruelty, and tell her that my love, more noble than this world, does not esteem whose tracts of very land, and that it dismisses such things as fickle fortune, and that it was the queen of gems and nature's adornment that attracts my soul.
And if she cannot love you, sir?
I can't accept that answer.
Surely you must. Let's say there is some lady, as there very well may be, who feels as great a pang of love in her heart as you do for the Lady Olivia. You cannot love her, and you tell her so. Is not that answer final?
No woman's frame could bear the beating passion that love has dealt my heart. No woman could ever hold so much. Do not compare the love a woman can amass for me to what I hold for dear Olivia.
Yes, but I also know that
What do you know?
too well the love some women hold for men. In faith, they are as of true heart as we. My father's daughter once truly loved a man, perhaps as much as I might love your lordship, were I a woman.
I see. What is her history?
A blank, my lord. She never showed her love, and with an ashen yellow melancholy, she sat there, like patience carved in stone, smiling at grief. Is not this love indeed?
But did she die of love?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, but still don't know. Sir, shall I go and see this lady?
Aye, that is the scheme. Take the ring I gave you, and tell her that my love rejects denial and won't give way.
Come along, Fabian.
Count me in. If I miss even a fragment of this sport, let me be boiled to death in an icy sorrow.
Won't you be glad to see that miserly, rascally, utterly disgraced?
I would rejoice. You know, he got me in disfavor with my lady over a bear fitting here.
Well, to anger him, we'll bait the bear again. We shall mock him until he's black and blue.
You two, get behind the bench. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He's been over there in the sun for over half an hour, rehearsing his courtly etiquette in front of a shadow. Observe him if you love mockery, for I know this letter will turn him into a fantasizing idiot. Now, go behind the bench. Stay put. This trap must be caught by tickling it under the gills.
It's only chance, all is chance. Maria once told me that Olivia was fond of me, and I nearly once heard her say that if she was going to marry someone, it would be someone of my temperament. Besides, she treats me with a more exalted respect than anyone else in her service. What can I expect from this?
What a presumptuous rogue! Oh, quiet. His fantasizing has made him a full-blown peacock. Look how he struts under his display of plumage. Quiet, I say.
To be Count Malvolio. But wait, there is precedent for this. I know a lady that married her bodyguard, and another her driver of wagons.
Oh, he's deep in it now. Look how his imagination puffs him up.
Oh, for a slingshot to hit him in the eye.
I ask for a lady. I will adopt the manner of a leader first, and then I will ask for a lady, no, my kin, Tabitha.
Oh, bolt and shackle him.
Quiet.
She approaches, curtsies there to me. I extend my hand to her thus, dousing my friendly smile with a stern look of authority.
And does not Tabitha then punch him in the mouth?
No. Patience. Or we'll snap the sinews of our plot.
What business do we have here?
Our pity is about to be snared.
Quiet. May some quirk of temperaments move him to read it aloud.
My word, this is my lady's hand. But that is how she makes her C's, her U's, and her T's. And that is how she makes her P. It's beyond any question her hand. To my precious unknown love, I convey this letter and my good wishes. Her very phrases. With your permission, I break this wax. But wait, impression of Lucrece. This truly is from my lady. For whom did she intend this?
Oh, he's deep in it now. Look how his imagination.
God knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows that? The rhythm is changed. No man must know. Could this be you, Malvolio?
Good Lord, hang the skunk.
I may command what is adored, but silence like Lucretia's knife, with bloodless stroke, my heart is gored. M-O-A-I now rules my life.
A grandiloquent riddle.
An excellent writer, that Maria.
M-O-A-I now rules my life.
What a dish of poison she's prepared for him. And with what speed the buzzard snatches at it.
Malvolio, why that begins my name!
Did I say he'd work it out? The cur is excellent at picking up the scent.
But then there's no consistency in the sequence that tolerates scrutiny. A should come next, but O does. M-O-A-I. The cipher is not as obvious as the former clues, but with a little nudging, it will point to me, for every one of those letters is in my name. Wait, now there's prose. If this falls into your hands, weigh it carefully. The stars have placed me above you, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. The fates have opened their hands. Let your passion and spirit embrace them, and to prepare yourself for what you will likely become, shed your humble skin, and adopt a fresh demeanor. Be harsh with kinsmen, surly with servants. Let your tongue expound upon affairs of state. Take on an aura of eccentricity. She who advises you sighs for you. Remember who praised your yellow stockings and hope to see you tie ribbons around your knees. I say remember, come now, you are favored, if you desire it to be so. If not, may I always see you as a steward, the buddy of servants and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she who wishes to change places with you, but fortunate unhappy. 'Tis obvious. I will be lofty. I will read political authors. I will humiliate Lady Tabitha. I will rid myself of base acquaintances. Ooh, my lady did praise my yellow stockings. She did praise my legs being ribboned. And here she commits herself to my love. And with a certain kind of directive, she encourages these practices of her liking. I am blessed. I thank my stars. I will be distant, proud, in yellow stockings as swiftly as I can put them on. I will smile. I will do everything that you ask of me.
I wouldn't give up my part in this mischief for a pension of 1,000 paid by the Shah of Persia.
I could marry Maria for this scheme and ask for no dowry other than another jest like this. Oh, you may place your foot upon my chest. Shall I wager my freedom on a dice bowl and become your bond slave? Why, you've enticed him to such a fantasy that when the dream is over, he'll go mad. Oh, no, truly, can it work on him? Like a stiff drink on an old crone. Oh, if you want to enjoy the fruits of his labor, watch when he first approaches my lady, who will come to her in yellow stockings, a color she abhors, and pink ribbons are a fashion she detests. And he will smile at her, which will be so unsuited to her disposition, considering her addiction to melancholy. Do him nothing but earn him her conspicuous contempt. If you want to see it, follow me to the gates of perdition, you most excellent devil of wit.
Wait for me. God bless you, friend, and your music. Do you live by your drum playing?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Are you a clergyman?
No, sir, I live by the church because I live at my house, and my house stands by the church.
So one could say that the king lies beside a beggar, the beggar lives near the king, or that the church stands by your drum, if your drum stands by the church.
You said it, sir. This world we live in, a statement is merely a pliable glove for the witty. How easily it can be turned inside out.
That's certain. Those who play teasingly with words may quickly make them loose.
Mm-hmm.
So, no doubt you are a carefree fellow who wishes for nothing.
No, I do wish for something, but if I may share a secret, sir, I do not wish for you.
Aren't you Lady Olivia's fool?
No, sir. Lady Olivia will have no foolery. She won't employ a fool, sir, until she's married.
And I saw you just now at Duke Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, doth strive the globe like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, if a fool were not with your master, as often as with my mistress. Now that I think of it, didn't I see your wisdom there?
Yes, and if you take any more swipes at me, I will have nothing to do with you. Here, have your spending money.
Let Jove in his next shipment of hair send you a beard.
Indeed, I can tell you I'm almost dying for one. Lord, that it not grow on my chin. Is your lady home?
She is in the house, but this pair of coins might breed more, sir.
Here you are, sir. Beg for it ably.
I will explain to her who you are. What you are is out of my substance. Oh, I should have said element, but the word is overused.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool. That demands a certain kind of expertise. She must observe the mood of those she mocks, the character and the timing. Indeed, It is a calling as full of labor as any wise man's craft, for wisely chosen foolishness seems apt. But when wise men are foolish, they spoil their craft.
God save you, gentlemen.
And you, madam!
Will you advance upon our abode? My cousin is desirous that you enter into your businesses with her.
Indeed, I am bound for your cousin. That is, she is the furthest extent of my voyage.
Why, then test your feet. Put them into motion.
I can grasp more with my feet than I can from what you mean by telling me to test them.
I mean, to go in, sir. To enter.
Then I respond with both my going and my entrance. I see we've been anticipated. Most excellent, accomplished lady, may the heavens rain fragrance upon you.
Rain fragrance, it's an excellent.
My message is to be delivered only to your most embracing and graciously rendered ear.
Embracing graciously.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me with my audience. Give me your hand, sir. My duty and most humble service, madam. What is your name? Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. Your servant to the Duke Orsino, you.
And he is yours, so what is his must be yours as well. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam. Please, no more, I beg you. I ask you not to speak of him again. But if you were to undertake another plea, I'd rather listen to your presentation than music from the stars above. Most sweet lady, please, let me speak, I beg you. When you left, after your last enchanting exhibition, I sent a ring to you, and thus debased myself, my servant, and I fear you too. Under your harsh assessment, I must sit for forcing on you, with a shameful cunning, what clearly wasn't yours. So, let me hear you speak. I pity you. You're edging close to love. No, not an inch! For it's a common view that we quite often pity enemies. May grace and peace of mind be with you always. Have you no message from my master? Stay, please, and tell me what's come over me. You seem to think you are not what you are. I thought so. I think the same of you. Then you'd be right. I'm not what I am. I wish you were what I want you to be. Would that be better, ma'am, than what I am? For now I look the fool. Cesario!
By the roses of the spring, I love you so. That even with your pride, reason and sense can't make my passion hide. Do not extract your reason from the claim that since I woo, you cannot do the same. Rather link your thoughts and reason thus. Love's good when sought, but best when it seeks us.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I've one heart, one bosom, one truth, and these no woman has. It cannot be. I alone am mistress of these three. I bid you adieu, madam. Please, no more will I bewail my master's woe. But come again, in case your spell implores your heart to like the love it now abhors.
No, truly, I won't stay. One take longer.
Your reason, famous one, you must give your reason.
You must give your reason, Sir Andrew.
The truth is, I saw your cousin show the Duke's young gentleman more favor than she has ever shown me. I saw it in the garden.
Well, did she see you there, old boy? Tell me that.
As clear as I see you now.
This is powerful evidence of her love for you. She showed favor to that youth only to exasperate you, to awaken your hibernating valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You then should have took her, and with some excellent jest, just by rudiment, you should have knocked the youth into dumbness. This chance was at hand, Sir Andrew, and you messed it up.
Well, I am no good with strategy, as you probably already know. So I suppose I will have to go for valor. I just assumed be a Puritan as a politician.
Why? Then build your fortune upon a reputation of valor. Challenge the Duke young man to a fight and hurt him in 11 places. My cousin will get word of it, and assure yourself that no go-between in the world can better prevail at commending a man to a woman than if he has a reputation for valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will one of you deliver this challenge?
I will deliver it for you. Go and dip your feather pen into bitter ink. Be malicious and brief. It need not be intelligent, provided it is eloquent and inventive. Now get to it.
All right, where will I find you?
We'll call for you at your bedchambers.
All right. Whew.
The puppet is dear to you, Lady Tabitha.
I've been dear to him, lass, to the tune of about 2,000 pounds.
We will get a priceless letter from him. But you're not going to deliver it.
Have no fear. I'll use any means necessary to goad the youth into answering, but I do not think that an oxen and wagon ropes can drag these two together. Here comes the little syringe in the clutch.
If you're up for some hysterics and want to laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Our pigeon-mouthed lawyer has become a heathen, a complete heretic. For no Christian who hopes to be saved by believing rightly can ever fall for such grossly impossible statements. He's in yellow stockings
With ribbons around his knees.
almost atrociously like an old school teacher. I've never seen such a thing as this. He obeys every detail in the letter that I brought to ensnare him. I know my lady will slap him, and if she does, he will smile and take it as a great favor.
Well, take us to where he is.
Yes.
I would not willingly have troubled you, but since your pleasure comes from taking pains, no longer will I protest.
I cannot stay behind, for my desire to sharp as filed steel has spread me on. Not just desire to see a friend, for that alone could draw me to a longer voyage, but for dread of what might jeopardize your travel. For strangers unfamiliar with this land, unguided and yet friendless, it may prove rough and forbidding.
Kind Antonio, no other answer can I give, but thanks again. Too often we dismiss good turns, it seems, with such worthless words. Were my wealth as solid as my debt, you would seek them. So, what now? Shall we seek out the Ronson's town?
Tomorrow, sir, let's first seek out some lodging.
But night is distant, and I am not weary. I beg you, let us satisfy our eyes with memorials and things of fame which give this city such renown.
But, sir, I cannot without danger walk these streets. Once in a fight at sea, I served against Orsino's galleys with such prominence that, if seized here, I could put up no defense.
Perhaps you slew great numbers of his people.
My deed is not such of a bloody kind. It may have since been repaid by giving back all that we took, which, for the sake of trade, most of my city did, while I alone held out.
And you don't walk out in the open.
No, it's not wise. Oh, wait, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant, best lodge. I will arrange our meals while you consume this time to feed your knowledge by taking in the town. There you will find me.
But why you first?
Perhaps your eye will light upon some trinket that you may wish to purchase, and your funds, I think, do not have room for such luxuries.
I'll do the first there and leave you first.
The Elephant.
I have sent after him. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but his manner is strange. He's surely possessed. Why? What's the matter? Is he raving? No, madam, he has nothing but smile. The ladyship had best place a guard around you if he comes, for the man's faculties are tainted.
We'll call him then. For we must both be mad, if one's as mad when married as when sad.
Greetings, Malvolio.
Sweet lady, ho ho.
You're smiling, and I sent for you upon a somber occasion.
Somber lady, I could be somber, for these ribbons do cause some obstruction of the circulation. What of it?
You're all right, man. What is wrong with you?
No blackness in my mind, but there is yellow on my legs. I fell into his hands. His commands are being executed. I think we all know that sweet Italian handwriting.
Will you go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Yes, sweetheart, and I'll go to thee.
Why do you smile like that and kiss your hand so often?
And why do you appear with such ridiculous boldness before my lady?
What are you saying?
And some have greatness thrown upon them.
Heaven restore you.
Remember who praised your yellow stocking?
Yellow stockings.
And hope to see you tie ribbons around your knees.
Ribbons?
Why, this is truly midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman who did Rosino has returned. I can barely entice him back here. He awaits your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to them. Good Maria, have this fellow tended to. Where's my cousin Tabitha? Have some of my people take special care of him. I'd give half my dowry to keep him from harm.
No less a lady than Lady Tabitha to tend to me. This concurs exactly with the letter. She sends her on purpose so that I may be callous with her, for she encourages me to do so in the letter. I have snared her. When she left just now, have this fellow tended to. Not my rank, not my name, not my volio, but fellow.
Which way is he in the name of all that is holy?
Here he is! Here he is! How are you doing, sir? How are you doing, man?
Go away. I rid myself of you. Let me enjoy my privacy. Go away.
Didn't I tell you, Lady Tabitha, my lady asked you to tend to him?
Now. There. He must be dealt with gently. Let me handle this. How are you doing, Malvolio? How are you doing?
What are you saying? What do you mean?
I implore you, calm down. This is not the way.
Nothing but gentleness. Gently. The fiend is violent and will not be treated violently.
Go hang yourselves all. You are foolish, shallow things, and you shall hear more of this shortly.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon a stage right now, I would condemn it as improbable fiction. Why, we shall drive you mad indeed.
The house will certainly be quieter. Come, we'll have him locked in a dark cell in a straitjacket. My cousin's already convinced he's mad, so we can give this up for our pleasure and his penance, until we're so out of breath that our exhaustion prompts us to have mercy on him. Oh, but look who comes this way.
Here is my challenge. Read it. I assure you it is full of pepper and vinegar.
Is it so saucy?
I did.
Give it to me. Young fellow, whatever you may be, you are still a scurvy fellow.
Good and bad.
Neither wonder nor imagine in your mind why I call you this, for I will give you no reason.
Well put. Keeps it on the right side of the law.
You came to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she treats you kindly, but you lie through your teeth. This is not why I challenge you.
Very brief and full of good sense. Less nice.
I will waylay you on your way home, whereby if chance you kill me,
Good.
you will kill me like a rogue and a villain.
You're still safely sailing upwind the law. Very good.
Farewell, and may God have mercy on one of our souls, your friend when so treated, and your sworn enemy, Sir Andrew Aguichi. Why, if this letter doesn't move him to action, then neither will his legs. I'll give it to him.
You may have a bare communication to do so. He has just been engaged with my lady and will depart shortly.
All right, Sir Andrew, go. Scout for him in the corner of the orchard. As soon as you see him, draw. And as you draw, swear horribly, for it often comes to pass that a terrible oath, sharply twanged in a swaggering accent, built of better reputation for manhood than any testament would have earned. Away!
Leave the swearing to me.
No, I will not deliver this letter. For the behavior of the young gentleman shows him to be of good intelligence and breeding. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. No, I will deliver this challenge by word of mouth. Play up Aguecheek as a man of notable valor. This will drive the gentleman, who, due to inexperience, will readily believe it, into the most erroneous estimate of his rage, skill, and fury. This will frighten them both so that their looks alone will turn each other into stone, like a pair of Medusa's.
Here he comes with your cousin. Keep out of the way until he leaves, and then follow him immediately. I've said too much unto a heart of stone. My honors take too lavishly upon it. There's something in me that reproves this flaw, but such a headstrong, potent flaw it is, it simply mocks reproof. In the same way that you endure your passion, so goes my master's grief. Here, wear this locket for me. It's my picture. Refuse it not, it has no time to vex you, and I beseech you come again tomorrow. What would you ask of me that I deny if honor was not injured in the giving? Nothing but this, your true love for my master. How do I keep my honor yet give them what I have given to you? I will release you then. Come again tomorrow. Farewell.
God save you, gentlemen.
And you, madam.
Any fencing facilities you have, oblige yourself to it. For the wrongs you have done to him, I know not, but your interceptor, as bloodthirsty as a hunter, awaits you at the orchard's end. Unlimber your blade, be swift in your preparations, for your assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You must be mistaken, madam. I am sure no man has any cause for quarrel with me. My mind is quite free and clear of any memory of any offense done to any man.
I will assure you, you will find otherwise.
Please, ma'am, what is he? Why, he's a knight.
But he is a devil in the private brawl. 3 times he has divorced a soul from its body. To the death is his motto. Give it or take it.
To the death. This is as rude as it is strange. I implore you, ma'am, please, do me this one courtesy. Ascertain from the knight what my offense to him is. I'm sure it's the result of some inattention on my part, nothing intentional.
I will do so. Meanwhile, Fabian will wait.
Please, ma'am, are you acquainted with this matter? I know the knight is so incensed with you as to demand a mortal resolution. But of the circumstances, I know nothing more. Please, tell me, what manner of man is he? He is, indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloodthirsty, and lethal opponent that you would ever find in any part of Illyria. If you're willing to move towards him on this, I'll make peace with him, only if I can. Please, I would be much indebted to you if you could. I'm one who would much rather be an honored priest than an honored knight. I do not mind if this part of my temperament is known.
Why, man, he's the very devil. I had a bout with him, rapier, scabbard, and all. He strikes home as soundly as your feet hit the ground they step on.
Goodness, I won't meddle with him.
Ah, but he won't be pacified now. Fabian can scarcely hold him back over there.
If he will let the matter slip, I'll give him my horse, Grey Capital. Tell him that for me, please.
Okay, I'll make the offer. Stand here and make a show of it. This shall end without the perdition of any souls. He has offered his horse to settle the matter. I have persuaded him that the youth is a devil.
He has just as horrifying a conception of him. He pants and looks pale, as if a bear were at his heels.
There is no remedy, sir. He must fight with you for the sake of his honor. But he is solemnly pledged that he will not hurt you.
Pray that God defends me.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. He will fight with you for the sake of his honor. The code of dueling demands he must. But he has promised me, as a gentleman and a soldier, that he will not hurt you.
Pray to God he keeps his oath.
Come on and get to it.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman has offended you, then place the fault on me. If you have offended him, then I defy you.
Why, ma'am, who are you?
One man who, for the sake of friendship, dares to do more than you've yet heard her threaten that she will.
Well, if you're the stand-in, then I am ready for you.
Oh, Lady Tabitha, wait! Here come some officers. Please, sir, put up your sword if you would.
I will.
And as for my promise, I'll be as good as my word. He is easily mounted and reigns well.
There she is. Where is she?
Antonio, the court of Duke Orsino arrests you.
Sir, you're making a mistake.
Impossible. I know you well, madam, even though you have no sea cap on your head. Take her away. She knows I know her well.
I must obey. This comes from seeking you. There's no way out but to defend myself. Necessity requires that I ask you for my purse. You stand bewildered.
Come, ma'am, away.
I must request you of some of that money. For the... what money? For the kindnesses that you have shown me here, I'll gladly lend you something. My holdings are not much, but please take off my treasure. Would you deny me now? Could it be possible that my service to you has failed to move you? Do not test my misery, as to make me seem so morally unsound as to upbraid you for these kindnesses that I have shown for you. Oh, of none, and don't recall your voice or any features. Oh, God in heaven!
Come, ma'am, I insist we must go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched half dead out of the jaws of death, and revived him with such a holiness of love, and to his image, which seemed to merit such reverence.
What's that to us? The time goes by now. Away.
You have disgraced, Sebastian, your fine looks. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called unkind. Virtue is beauty, but when beauty is evil, it's empty trunks embellished by the devil.
She grows mad. Away with her.
Leave me away. Her words seem to fly with such a fury that she's convinced, but I must still be sure. She said, Sebastian, and this I know, my twin lives inside my looking glass, and such and so my brother favors me. Like this he went, always this fashion, color, ornament, for I've mimicked him. Oh, let me find that salt waves are fresh in love, and tempests kind.
Very dishonorable, paltry boy, more cowardly than the hare. Why, his dishonor is revealed by leaving his friend here and disavowing him. And as for his cowardice, just ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
By God's island, I'll chase after him and beat him again.
Do that and cuff him soundly. But don't try yourself.
If I do not, never trust me.
Come, let's see the outcome.
I'll lay down any amount that it will come to nothing at all.
Do you really expect me to believe that I was not sent for you?
Enough, enough. You are a foolish fellow. Let me be rid of you.
You kept this up well indeed. No, I do not know you, nor was I sent for you by my lady to ask you to come and speak with her. Your name is not Master Cesario, and this is not my nose either. Nothing that is so is so.
Please, I beg of you, vent your folly elsewhere. You don't know me.
Vent my folly. He has heard it said by some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid that the world's greatest oath will prove to be a dandy. I beseech you, undo your stranger shrewdness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that you are coming?
Here's some money for you. I can assure you, if you tarry any longer, you will receive a worse payment from me.
Bless my soul, you're open-handed. These wise men that give fools money will earn themselves a good reputation after many years of payment.
Seem good to continue to form.
You, sir! Oh, no. So we meet again. So take this.
Then you take this, and this, and this. Are all these people mad?
Why, sir, come now. I'll be forced to throw your hat over the house.
This I will tell my lady at once. I would not be in the shoes of some of you for tuppence.
Leave him be, Tabitha. I'll go about this a different way. I'll bring charges of assault and battery. I hit him first, but it shouldn't matter.
Your hands off this.
No, come, sir. I will not let go.
Now, what's your wish? If you dare tell me further, then draw your sword.
I wish to have some of this imputed blood of yours. Cease, Tabitha, on your life I order you. Madam! Will it be thus forever? Out of my sight! Do not be offended, dear Cesario. Ruffian, be gone! I beg you, gentle friend, clear judgment, not your passion, must hold sway in this unjust, uncivilized assault against yourself. If you'd come in my house and hear how many of these idle pranks this clumsy ruffian has patched together, perhaps you'll laugh at this one. Choose to stay, do not refuse.
What's this unfaithful? Which way run to the stream? My senses let them lie in waters deep, and dreams can quiet them and let me sleep.
Oh, please, I wish you to be ruled by me.
Madam, I will.
Say so, and it will be.
Now, put on this gown and make me believe you are Sir Topaz, the parish priest. Do it quickly. In the meantime, I will call Lady Tabitha.
I'll put it on, and I'll disguise myself in it. I wish I were the first to disguise their soul in such a gown. I'm not stout enough to be considered a good priest, but I am lean enough to be considered a good scholar.
Greetings, Sir Topaz.
Buenos dias, Lady Tabitha.
Go and talk to him.
What? Ho! I say, peace to this person.
Rascal's a good impersonator. Good rascal.
Who's out there?
Sir Topaz, here to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz. Good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Good sir, how you vex this man? Do you only talk of ladies?
Sir Topaz, never has a man been so wronged. I have been wronged. I do not think I am mad.
Why, there's more madness in you than ignorance. Why, you are more perplexed than the plagued Egyptians of Exodus, lost in their fault.
I say to you, this room is dark.
Why, are you really saying that this room is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, there's bay windows as transparent as barricades, and those high windows to the south-north, as radiant as ebony, and yet you complain of light obstructed.
I am not mad, Sir Topaz, and I say to you, this room is dark.
Very well then, remain in dark.
Consummate performance, Sir Topaz.
Yes, I can sail in all waters.
I suppose you could have done this without the gown. He can't even see you.
Well, go and talk to him in your own voice and bring me word of how he is. I wish we were finished with this prank and he could be conveniently released, for I am now in such disgraces with my cousin that I cannot safely see the sport out to its final volume.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how your sweetheart does.
Fool! If you wish to always be rewarded by my hand, you will bring me candle, pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to thank you for it.
Master Malvolio,
Yes, good fool.
how is it that you managed to misplace all 5 of your faculties?
Fool, never has a man been so egregiously abused. I am not mad. I am in as much command of my faculties as you are.
Only as much? Then you're mad indeed. If you're only as much command of your wits as a fool.
They have stored me here like a prop, kept me here in this hideous darkness, sent some minister to me, some donkey, to do all they can to deny my sanity.
Are you really mad, or are you just pretending?
Believe me, I am not mad. I am telling the truth.
No, I won't believe a madman until I see his brains. Here, have your light and your paper and your ink.
Fool, I'll reward you to the highest degree. Now please, be gone.
This is the air, this glorious sun. And this pearl she gave me, I do feel and see it. And although bewilderment enwraps my soul, it is not madness. But where's Antonia then? She was not at the elephant where she said she would be. But it was there that I heard the story she had roamed the whole town to try and find me. Her counsel now would help me more than gold. I am ready to distrust my eyes and wrangle with my reason, which unfortunately upholds no other verdict but that I am mad. Or perhaps the lady's mad. Yet if she were mad, she would not be able to command her house or rule her staff or take on affairs with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something here that's deceptive. Ah, here's the lady now.
Do not blame this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into our chapel here. In front of him is only like that consecrated group, like full assurance of your faith to me, till my too anxious, apprehensive soul may live in peace. He won't reveal our vows until you wish them to be known to all, and then our celebration will proceed according to my rank. What do you say?
Madam, I'll go with you. You must control each other, I'll be true.
Then lead the way, good priest. May heaven shine to show they endorse this act of mine.
Now be a friend and let me see this letter.
Then, good Master Fabian, grant me a request in return.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
That's like giving me your dog. And for recompense, asking for it back.
Are you Lady Olivia, friends?
Yes, sir, we are some of her trappings.
Ah, I know you well. How are you, good fellow?
Truly, sir, better for having foes and worse for having friends.
Quite the contrary. Better for having friends.
No, sir, worse.
How can you speak?
Well, my friends, they praise me, and that makes me the fool. But my foes tell me openly that I am a fool. So by my foes I gain knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am thus deceived.
Why, this is excellent.
Truly, sir, it is not, for it pleases you to be one of my friends.
Well, it would not be worse for knowing me. Here's gold. However, if you could let Lady Olivia know that I'm here to speak with her, and bring her with you, my bounty may increase further.
Then sing lullaby to your bounty, sir. I'm going.
Here comes, sir, the lady that rescued me just now.
Ah, this face I do remember well, except when I saw it last, it was committed from the ashes of war.
Lord Orsino, this is the Antonio who took the Phoenix in a fright from Crete. This is the Antonio who stormed the Tiger's deck where your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Linus stayed in shame, a private brawl she fought, and then she was seized.
She showed me kindness, drew in my defense. Although, when she parted, threw strange words at me. I know not what, unless it's simply madness.
Notorious pirate, you saltwater thief, what foolish boldness placed you at the mercy of those so bloody and dire you made your enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, permit me to deny these names you give to me. Antonio's never been thief nor pirate, though there are grounds enough to label her Orsino's foe. Some witchcraft drew in here today. That most ungrateful youth there by your side, I saved from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouthed. And for his sake, purely for friendship, I exposed myself to the dangers of this hostile town, and drew to him when he was a sailor. When I was apprehended, he refused to return my purse, which I had provided for his use, not half an hour before. How can this be?
And when did he arrive?
Today, my lord, and for the last 3 months, no interlude, together every minute, both day and night, we have kept company.
Ah, the Countess. Now heaven wants the earth. As for you, fellow, your story is madness, for this youth has been in my service for the past 3 months. But more of that shortly. Please, take this out.
Cesario, you broke your promise to me.
Madam!
Gracious Olivia,
What do you say, Cesario? Please, my lord, if it is much like your old tune, it is as gross and loathsome to me as howling after music.
still so cruel?
Still so steadfast, lord.
What to perversiveness, you inhuman lady, to ungrateful, inauspicious altars? My soul has breathed out the truest of offerings that devotions have ever tendered. So what now?
My lord will do what suits and pleases him.
Now you listen. As my devotions have been met with nothing but disregard, and since I partly know what wrenched me from my place in your favor, you shall live on, you marble-hearted tyrant. But this, your darling, of whom I know you love, and whom I esteem so highly of, him I shall tear out of your heartless eyes. Come, boy, my thoughts are ripe with mission, for I will sacrifice the lamp of which I do love, despite the raven's heart within the dove.
And I so happily, readily, willingly, to give you rest 1,000 deaths to die.
Where is he going?
After him I love, more than my eyes, more than my life, more than all mores, than I shall love my wife.
And me reviled! Oh, how I've been deceived.
Who has done you wrong? Who has deceived you?
Do you forget yourself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Away.
Where to, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Yes, husband. Can that be denied?
Our husband, Junior?
No, my lord, not I. Alas, it is the baseness of your fear that makes you smother your identity. Fear not, Cesario, take hold of your fortune. Be what you know you are, and then you are as great as what you fear. Oh, welcome, fathers. Father, I ask you in your holiness now to unveil what's come to pass so recently between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joining of your hands, attested by your lips in holy union, and strengthened by the exchanging of your rings. And all the ceremony of this pact, witnessed and sealed by my authority. And since that time, my watch says, I am but 2 hours closer to my grave.
This is still one little thought. Will you be when time is through with your fine holy gray? Just go, and take her with you. The director feet to a path where you and I shall never meet.
My lord, please, I do protest. Alas, do not swear. Salvage some honor, though you've much to fear.
A surgeon! Send away the Lady Tabitha immediately!
What's the matter?
He slashed me across the head and has given Lady Tabitha a bloody noggin too. I'd give half my wealth to be at home.
Who's done this, Sir Andrew?
The Duke's gentleman, that's Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil's incarnations. Yes.
I never hurt you. You drew on me without cause, but I was civil and hurt nobody.
If a bloody noggin ain't to hurt you, it hurt me. I suppose you think of a bloody noggin as nothing. Here comes Lady Tabitha. Lupin, you'll hear more of this.
what's the use? He has hurt me. Fool, fool, did you see take the surgeon, fool?
He's drunk, Lady Tabitha. His
Oh.
eyes have set at 8 in the morning. Away with him. Who's brought these two so low?
Come, Lady Tabitha, I'll help you. We can bandage each other's wounds.
You help me. An asshead, a dandy knave, a thick-faced knave.
Get her to bed and let her wound be looked to.
Sorry, madam, that I hurt your kinsman. I had even a brother with my own blood, I would have done no less to save myself. Your throwing icing was my way, by this I can only assume that I was offended you. Pardon me, sir, one for the vows we exchanged a few short hours ago.
Same face, same voice, same outfit. Now you're here.
Antonio, my dear Antonio, how these past hours have racked and tortured me since I've lost you.
Is it you, Sebastian?
Is there any doubt, Antonio?
But how did you divide yourself in two? An apple split in two is less a twin than these two creatures. And which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Did I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister whom ruthless waves and surges have devoured. Be kind and say what kin you are to me. What name, what country, what parentage?
Messalene. My father was Sebastian, and I had a brother with that name who went clothed in this very fashion to his watery tomb.
Were you a woman? To rest the match, I cry and let my tear fall upon your cheek and say 3 times, welcome, drowned Viola.
My father, he had a mole upon his brow,
As did mine.
and died the day Viola's years from birth, number 13.
That memory is vivid in my soul. He died the day my sister reached her 13th year.
If all that stands between our happiness is this borrowed masculine attire, do not praise me until each circumstance of time and place and fate can all agree that I'm Viola.
You said to me 1,000 times that you love no other person more than you do me.
And all those sayings I'll swear again. And all those oaths I'll cherish in my soul as fire is held in the spear that severs day from night.
Then let me see you in a woman's dress.
The captain that first brought me onto shore still has my clothes, but has been detained on a legal matter by Malvolio, a gentleman in service to milady. He shall release him. Fetch Malvolio here. Oh, wait, dear me, I remember now. They say the poor man's been driven to distraction. How is he, clown?
Truly, madam, he keeps his devil at stage length as well as any man in his state could do. He's written you a letter. I should have given it to you sooner, but as a madman's epistles cannot be taken as gospels, it matters little when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Expect to profit well when the fool delivers the speech of a madman. My lord, madam! What's this? Have you too gone mad? No, ma'am, I'm only reading madness. If you want to hear it as it ought to be read, you have to allow for vox. That is, the appropriate voice.
Please, read it in your right mind.
I will, madam, but to read it in my right mind is to read it like this. Attend to this, dear princess, and give ear!
You read it.
In the eyes of God, madam, you have wronged me, and the world shall know it. You have kept me in darkness and given your drunken cousin control over me. Yet I have as much command of my faculties as your ladyship. I have the letter you wrote, which induced me to adopt the behavior I did, and with which I will no doubt show myself to be right and bring you much shame. Think whatever you like of me, the madly abused Malvolio.
Did he write this? Yes, madam.
It still doesn't sound much like distraction.
Bring him. Deliver him from his confinement. My lord, I hope with further thought on this, I'll seem as good a sister as a wife. We'll celebrate this union, if you please, together, in my house at my expense.
We humbly embrace this offer. And that's for you, Cesario. Your master frees you. And for serving me so long, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. You are now Orsino's mistress.
Sister, you are she.
It Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord. Come on. Greetings, Malvolio.
Madam, you have done me wrong, egregious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio?
Madam, you have. Peruse that letter, please. You can't deny it's written in your hand. Tell me, for decency and honor's sake, why you have shown me such clear signs of favor, asked me to come to you in ribbons smiling, in yellow stockings, and to frown. Tell me, why?
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. But there's no doubt that it's Maria's hand. Now that I think of it, it was she. She said you're mad, and then you came in smiling, but in such ways that were advised to you beforehand in that letter. Rest assured, a wicked little prank's been played on you. But once we know the authors and their aims, you will be both the plaintiff and the judge of your own case.
Good morning. May I speak? Don't let these quarrels or future squabbles spoil the elation of this present moment. I openly confess that I and Lady Tabitha devised a scheme against Malvolio here, prompted by rude and uncivil qualities we observed in him. Maria wrote the letter at Lady Tabitha's great persistence.
Poor fool, how they've humiliated you.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them.
I'll get revenge! I'll match on you!
He has been most egregiously wrong.
Pursue him. Offer to make peace with him, for he has not told us where the captain is yet. Once that is done, the golden times will begin. Cesario, while you are a man, you cannot be, till in other garments you are seen. Orsino's mistress, his beloved queen.
A great while ago, when the world began, with the hay, hoe, and the wind and the rain. But what's the use? Our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
Thank you guys so much. So this is the night of the year we get to stand on stage and cry a little bit for all of your entertainment. We like to do something for our seniors. And can the seniors here come on forward? We have a lot. This is the most seniors that we've had graduate in a year, and it's a lot. And this is a tradition that I started years ago. They used to give seniors like little books with these sayings that I get and I put on my shelf and I forget to read, and then, I don't ever read. So I thought I'd give people water bottles they could use. So, don't read these letters on stage, please. So this is for Max. There's no crying in theater. And then, Brooks. Without Brooks, we could not have done these productions.
Yeah, right.
We made Brooks. And Jacob.
He's doing lights.
Yeah, he's a great lifer.
And then I know we got a lot of singers. Sylvia.
Oh, yeah.
And Aaliyah. We're fine. There's been a few people who have been with me since they were in 7th grade, and I just feel like they're my own kids.
Aaliyah, no kids, girl.
What's gonna happen? And then Kathleen.